Great cause there. And well, our good buddy world champion Chad Martin seems to visit when it's, you know, National Pizza Day. Today is National Chocolate Ice Cream Day, so a perfect day to kind of work some of that off. And sometimes you work on, you know, the things you're good at, right? Sometimes it's hard to focus on the things you're weak at, right?
Yeah. And basically what we're talking about is working those weaker body parts. It's a question I get a lot at the gym. They'll say, you know, how do I train something if it's maybe this one's a little smaller than the other, or this one's weaker than the other? So just a few tips. We're going to go over how to get the legging part of the weaker part today.
Okay, all right.
So let's go ahead and just start with the dumbbells. Let's just do a standing curl. So basically, yeah, and so what we're going to do is just, you would normally always typically do it, we want to be symmetrical, so you do them the same. So I mean, this is very simple, is you would just hold this one to your side. Okay. We're going to do this one a few extra times.
Okay, and this is the weak one, right?
And that would be the weaker one, yeah. And really, it's simple as adding in another rep, maybe even a whole nother exercise.
Sure.
It's something maybe a little different, like you could do a concentration curl or maybe a reverse curl. It depends on, yeah, or just a normal hammer curl too. So straight, there you go, just like you're holding the hammer. Sure. So if this area is your weaker one and you need to build this, then just add a few extra. Another one is adding maybe a whole nother day. Okay. So if you're training and you're doing, you know, chest or whatever on one day, you come back maybe 3 days later and that's your weak area, go ahead and do it again on that other day.
Is our weak area usually the non-dominant side?
Typically it is. So if you have a lot of, some people that are doing a lot of construction work tend to favor one arm and one arm. So then you may want to train the other one a little more, you know, and that happens a lot that we just tend to use. If you're right-handed, you tend to maybe use it a little more. Sure, and now is it easy to get injured if you have one side that's stronger than the other? It could, because it could throw you off a little bit with your balance and everything. So now one other one. So say we're doing two arms again. Let's go ahead and, one little trick I do is I look at my weaker arm. Okay. So if your left arm's the weaker one, you're going to look right at the bicep. Okay. And what this is there's been some studies done on like visualization, and so if you're just sitting there and you're just focusing on that one, they tend to believe that if you focus on it and that's what you're worried about, that one's going to grow a little more. You're giving it attention. I mean, it sounds funny, but I mean, like, certain kids you might give attention to, like in a classroom or something.
Who needs some help.
It's the same idea. So if you give a little more attention to one side, you're going to get that extra growth.
Your mind is a great help when you're trying to help out a weak spot. All right, go to chadamartin.com for more information and great tips like that. Thanks, Chad. We'll be right back after this.